Good morning. Today is January 27th. This is To My Liberal Friends, and I'm John Haddo. Yesterday, it was leaked out that Supreme Court Justice Stephen Breyer would retire at the end of this session. Now, this is neither unexpected nor expected. A lot of speculation went around about whether Justice Breyer would remain on the court. I personally have no problem with him retiring. He's 83 years old. I believe that at 80 years old, all justices and federal judges should take senior status. But that being said, there's been a lot of pressure on Justice Breyer to resign from the court so that Biden could appoint a nominee and have a Democratic majority, no matter how slim, in the Senate to ensure they could confirm whoever he wanted. Now this becomes the problem that I have with this. Biden announced that he would appoint a black woman. Now, a black woman might be the best qualified for the position, but when you base that selection on race and gender, you eliminate a large segment of the population which may be well qualified as well. So this is a problem I have. An analogy I would use: your child is in a serious accident. It needs surgery. One of the surgeons is 54 years old, has done thousands of these. It is one of the leading surgeons in this area in the world. Another is a 32-year-old just out of their residency, and they've not performed one of these surgeries. So which one are you going to take? I guarantee you're going to take the 54-year-old surgeon, no matter whether that's a black woman, a white man, a Hispanic, or Asian. You're going to get the best. You're not going to base it on race and gender. And that's what I would do. And that's why I don't like this pre-announcing I'm going to select somebody based on race and gender. Being quite honest, Biden did that with the vice presidency, and look how that's worked out. We have a cackling fool in Kamala Harris as the vice president. And so we're going to go forward with a nomination. Now the question out there is, will the nominee be nominated before Breyer resigns? That's normally not the procedure. And Breyer actually, I don't believe, made the announcement. I think it was leaked from the White House to put pressure on. And so now they'll have to decide who to nominate. Will they hold hearings prior to the resignation? Again, that's not the normal procedure. But if they don't, then Breyer won't resign until sometime in June, and that puts them up in a tight frame of reference on how to get the nominee confirmed before the elections, because if they were to lose the Senate, then that nominee might have to be reconsidered and somebody a little more moderate. Make no doubt, we're going to get a liberal, and it may well be that a black woman is the best candidate, and I have no problem with that. Now, what I would hope is that Republicans will not act like Democrats. We need to stop politicizing the Supreme Court. If the nominee is qualified, I don't want to see somebody drug out of that nominee's high school past, claiming they did something to them. I don't want to see a harangue of conservative witnesses denouncing that judge on decisions. I want to see, are they judicially qualified? Do they have the temperament to be on the court? And if they do, then I think they should be confirmed. And I would hope that it would not be on a partisan basis. Don't act like the Democrats did. Act like responsible people. I would hope the Republicans would see 75 plus votes to confirm the nominee if they're qualified. But when we talk about this time frame, you have to remember Stephen Breyer. In 1980, the Republicans had won the presidential election with Ronald Reagan defeating Jimmy Carter, and Republicans had also captured the U.S. Senate for the following January. Ted Kennedy went to Jimmy Carter and said, we need to nominate Stephen Breyer to the top appellate court. He was nominated in mid-November after the elections and confirmed before the Christmas recess. If Breyer is not put on that appellate court, the next 12 years, a White House president was a Republican, so he would never have been put on the appellate court. Thus, he would never have been available, in my opinion, for Clinton to nominate to the Supreme Court. So, understand, Democrats have played that power politics in the past as well. They like to blame the Republicans for this, but they're guilty of it as well. And both sides. If you have the majority, you're able to do things. But I would hope that Biden would look for somebody judicially qualified who has the temperament to be on the court. Not somebody who is an activist, but somebody who will look at the Constitution, interpret the laws before them, and give it a fair and honest decision. Not to jump on board with political activism of this is how I want the country to look like. That's my comments on this. This is to my liberal friends. Thanks for listening.